What's up, everyone? Dandelion in Will Life. I am going to talk about my skates that I skate here in Arizona. So, they all have their own purpose, so I'm not going to pick a favorite. So, I'm going to start off with my Endless 80 by 76. I have them on a Rosie's M12 boot. I would consider these my grinder blade frames. If you haven't noticed, there's a slider plate on these frames. It is optional, so you can actually see too on the flip side here, there are mounting holes for them. I plan on getting another set. It does come with these initially though. So I did get purple. I love this color. I do not skate these with spec wheels. I do not skate them with 80 millimeter or 76s as they are intended to. I do have 71 millimeter wheels on here. Each bolt is rockerable. You can really then set these wheels to hug the bottom of the foot. They're snappy. They're a short frame. I do really enjoy them. I did put the smaller wheels on here because of the length of the frame. Snappy's fine, but I don't want to be too tall. I don't want to feel too far off the ground if my frame is going to be snappy and short. Just feels like an injury waiting to happen. This is a great frame. Highly recommended if you're jib skating, street skater, grinder blader. These are great. I definitely feel like you could, on some coping, get some groove tricks or street if the ledge is waxed enough. I have not explored fully what these frames can do for me. I have gained a little bit of weight, so I'm trying to navigate that situation so I feel like less of a hazard for myself when I go skating these. So again, here is the side without the slider plate, and then with, yeah, beautiful frames. I just recently got these. These are the Roka 6-wheel frames. So we're looking at 90 on the outside, 72s in the middle. These have their own purpose. They feel like a land ski without a natural rocker being broken into these yet. They don't feel so much meant for swiveling movements. Very much like a skate park skate with a lot of transition. Maybe not transition, but more ramps, stuff like that. Because of the larger wheels on the outside, the 90s, I feel very comfortable in with toe presses. Heel presses are a little much though, because of the wheel being set so far out. You are probably also noticing that this is a UFS frame, so all of Roka's frames are going to be UFS. The frame I did have to get an adapter for, which I got from Oisy or Wish. They have this adapter built for their tri-skate frame. I was so happy when it showed up that I could tell it was made with the same care and the same material as the frame itself. Complements it beautifully, doesn't feel any sort of different. Again, not a swivelly skate until the natural rocker breaks in, because these 4 wheels in the middle are flat and the wheels on the outside are going to be the only ones that are rockered. I do love them though. I will continue to skate these street and park, find out what is possible with them. Again, heel rolls, not so much because of the leverage points. Toe rolls, I feel absolutely in control. I love them. I don't see a lot of people get these in black, or at least that are posting about these frames get them in black, mostly in silver. I try really hard not to scratch my frames up so they look really nice, and I think maybe that's the fears why people don't get too many of the black frames and they get the silver ones. But yeah, very impressed. I love these frames. Not going to give them up, not going to sell them. They're going to be part of my little collection forever. I did say I wasn't going to pick any favorites, but obviously. So these are my Endless Arc ES. I'm just starting to notice too that I had skated these at an indoor rink recently, and there's a little bit of human hair in the bearings, which is pretty nasty. So the Arc frame is a 5-wheel frame, right? The ES frame is an extended version of the typical ARC frame. So 5 wheels, they're not all the same size, so it's a mixed wheel frame. We have 84, 76, 76, 84s on the outside. These can be switched out for 80s. I do always skate them with 84s. I like the bigger wheel for the bigger footprint, mostly for tricks. I am also taller. I think with the way I do tricks and movements, I prefer just a bigger footprint on the end. These are the most ideal frames I've ever skated. They're absolutely perfect. I will say that there is a difference between the ES frame and the traditional ARC frame. It's less snappier, but just as fast, if that makes sense. So with a shorter frame length, you're always gonna get a little bit more snappiness, right? Doesn't matter the wheel size, it's always gonna be a little snappy. So the ES frame being a little bit longer puts you just outside of that snappy circle, but the speed on this frame is still great. Everything is just like a unique collaboration of wheel spacing, wheel sizes. These are my all-time favorite frames. I do have the traditional ARC frames as well. They were a prototype that Brad offered to me to test before they were released, which was really, really cool of him. I love being a part of the Endless family. It's a good time. It's great stuff. What Brad's doing is really great. What they're doing over there is great. So, favorite frames right here. That's what I skate. I don't know what details I may have missed, but thanks for hanging out. Dandelion and Wheel Life.